Hi, Keenan. Nice to meet you. I'm Nick, and this is Project Artful Frames.
Hey, fantastic to meet you as well, Nick. Can't wait to see your many artful frames.
All right, let's do it. So, suppose that I'm making a social media campaign for an upcoming exhibit of Impressionist art. I have a cool idea. What would it look like if the Impressionists were to visit our modern world? I have this picture of Vincent van Gogh's cafe terrace at night, and this video of a modern city street. What I'd like to do is paint over every frame of this video in the style of Van Gogh.
You can do that?
This is similar to a popular technique called rotoscoping, but there's a problem. Even tracing over simple outlines of this video would take hours, and that's not even close to the level of detail of making an oil painting. That's where Project Artful Frames, powered by Adobe Sensei, comes in. It doesn't have an interface yet, but I'll show you how it works in the command line. First, I specify the video I want to trace over, and then the piece of artwork that we want to emulate. And finally, I'll invoke a fast preview mode. Press enter, and then every second or so, we'll produce a new artful frame. Let's retrieve the results. Now these are good for a fast preview, but we'll want our final result to be in high definition. This takes longer, about 90 seconds or so per frame. That's much faster than any human could paint, but a bit slow for this demo, so I've rendered the rest of the results beforehand.
And I thought I was a good impressionist. You see what I did there? I put the ist on impression.
You are, Keenan. I've been watching your sketches since I was a kid. But let's look at this first frame. If we look at the details, we can see individual brushstrokes and even the texture of the original canvas. And if I press play, we get a beautiful painterly animation where every frame is an oil painting.
Who needs great painters anymore? Van Gogh is somewhere going, excuse me? Oh, wait, sorry, wrong ear. Excuse me?
We still need great painters. Artful Frames just applies their work to a new scene. It's useless without a reference. But speaking of references, what happens if we use a different one? Let's say I have this watercolor and this video of the park. Artful Frames will now produce this other output. Just by switching out the inputs, we create a completely different visual effect, where every frame is a watercolor instead of an oil painting.
This is gonna change the whole painting game. Take that, Monet sayers!
All right, Keaton. So the examples I've shown you so far have been pretty well paired, where both the video and the piece of art are of similar content. But let's look at an example where that isn't true. Here we have a rough sketch of a canal, and this video of a busy intersection. Artful Frames can still handle this gracefully and create this nice result.
Okay now.
I think our campaign for the Impressionists will be a success. But let's see how far we can push this technology.
Push it all the way, Nick. Pedal to the metal.
All right, let's do it. So let's say the Science Museum comes to me and they want to create a campaign highlighting the relationship between creativity and the natural world. For a prompt like this, maybe it makes more sense for our style to be some natural phenomena rather than a piece of art.
Somebody tell the art supply store.
Here I've stylized the kid's drawing as a swirling nebula. Now, this entire effect, just like before, was driven by a single picture, but in this case a photograph, this one. Now I have one more example to show you. We can also use Artful Frames to create some neat special effects. Here's a picture of some lightning bolts and a video of a girl with a jetpack. Artful Frames can still handle this well and create a cool special effect. We can posit the result back over the original and get this superhero effect.
Nice.
So what do you think of the Artful Frames, Keenan?
This is so impressive. The way that you can take a blank canvas and paint your dreams onto it. It's kind of like when I go out and perform a comedy sketch.
Thanks, Keaton. Have a good one.